Video games. They're made for pure enjoyment and play a big role in a lot of our lives. For me, they made up most of my days when I was a child, and it didn't stop there. I kept playing until today, but lately it feels like something is off. It doesn't feel the same. And I talked to some of my friends, and I wasn't the only one who felt like this. Of course, there are multiple factors to this phenomenon. Stuff like nostalgia, circumstances of our lives, and the development of our brains play a big role when comparing how gaming felt like back then and today. But I believe I've found another key factor, something overlooked, something almost counterintuitive. We need to talk about information. It would seem that information is a good thing, and of course, most of the time that is correct. Having more information lets you take action more precisely, and your educated guesses are better. But I believe that concerning video games, you can have too much information. Because if you know everything, why bother to find anything out? Let me elaborate. Think about your first encounter with your first video game ever. For me, this was when my family visited the uncle of my dad.
Ah, you're back.
I was about 5 or 6 years old back then. The uncle of my dad then showed us the new console he got, the Wii. And there I got to play Wii Sports Resort for the first time. Specifically the single player mode of the flying minigame. Now, did I know what to do or how to do things in the game? Absolutely not. And that's the point. When I first got the controller, I had no idea what to do, but by trial and error, I grasped the controls and the objective of the game. And back then, a rather simple thing like flying to the dinosaur islands where you played golf felt like this huge achievement, because I didn't even know if it was in bounds, if I had enough time to go there in the first place, or if there even was anything there. So I just tried it, and it felt like I was really exploring this new world that I found myself in. If you don't know much about the game, it kinda sets you in the shoes of the main character, if you get where I'm going. For example, it feels like you are Link who wakes up in a big world and has no idea about it, in Breath of the Wild for example. You and Link discover bombs and arrows and shields and the pause menu and the health bar for the first time together. Now of course, the more video games you play, the more your pattern recognition skill develops and you realize that this is a health bar and this is your ammo and how things generally work in a video game. But if you at least don't know anything about the narrative of a game, it can enhance your experience by a lot. Now let's look at the other side. What if you do know a lot about a video game? Let's say that before a game releases you of course see the announcement, and after that you maybe see a gameplay trailer or even a full-on direct about the game. And shortly before the game releases you read a review, or see a clip of your favorite influencer talking about the game. The day you can finally play it, your YouTube feed is full of videos about the game, and even if you don't want to watch them, the thumbnails already tell you bits and pieces of the story you would actually want to experience yourself. Already you lost a few moments of excitement and surprise you would have gotten if you didn't look at anything. It's like going to the cinema and knowing when all the jump scares or the plot twists are going to happen. Of course you can watch a trailer, because you do want to know what type of game you're going to play, and today it's also kinda hard to not get spoiled accidentally. But there is one more thing that some of us willingly do that destroys our relationship with video games. Let me introduce you to the final boss. Guides. If you get stuck, can't solve a problem, or want to know the best or most time efficient way of doing something, boom, you're always one click away from the perfect answer, like you could just DoorDash the answer and get a perfectly made meal at your doorstep. But puzzles are supposed to be hard and tricky, that's the point of them. And at least in my opinion, it's always more satisfying if you can find a solution to a puzzle or the best method of doing something yourself. You may even discover new tricks or stuff you would have missed if you just follow the guide. In the end, the home-cooked meal will always taste better than the DoorDashed one, even if it took more effort. So I urge you to not look at guides and solutions the next time you feel stuck and the urge to just know what you should do next develops inside of you. The fun and the effect of learning gets created in exactly these moments, when you craft a solution by yourself and not just copy an existing one. Personally, when I played Breath of the Wild for the first time, I just followed the guide on how to locate and beat every shrine in the game, and after I did all of them, I felt a few seconds of happiness and completion. But after that, I realized that I can't remember any of the shrines, because I solved them like it was a test in school and I already had all of the answers. Now, after discussing all of those things with my friends I mentioned earlier, we decided to play 7 Days to Die. It's a zombie apocalyptic survival game. And I gotta say, it really felt like we are in an actual apocalypse, because we decided that we would be playing without using the internet to look things up. Because in an apocalypse, well, you would also have no internet. And of course, we had our moments. For example, it took us a few in-game days to discover the skill tree, but every time we did discover something, it felt like a noteworthy feat, and this definitely benefited our experience. Now, if you have any experiences concerning this topic, it would be interesting if you shared them in the comments. But that's all I have to say for today. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time.